Now this figure 19-24A deals with the branch circuit requirements in accordance with 440.62B. And it basically deals with the 80% rule. Now, I don't mean to be too simple here, but we know as designers and installers, if we take 1 and divide it by 125%, we come up with the 80% rule. So basically speaking, sizing these conductors in accordance with 440.32 of the code, as you see in the quick calculation, 19 amps times 125% plus 2.5, say, is 26.3. Now, we just derated the loading of our breaker 80%. So 26.3, 80% of a 30 amp breaker is 24 amps, is what we would come up with if we took the 80%. So what we basically have done is just derated it 80% with a 125% rule. So how would that be applicable? We'll take 80% of 30, that's 24, that's greater than 19 amps. But if I take 125% of 19, that's 26.3, so the next size device would be 30 amps from 240.6A, see? And 240.4B, if you check it, allows me to round up above 26.3 with this type of installation. So our conductors then would be number 10, THWN copper conductors, if that's what we're using in the illustration there, see. So let's perform the calculation now. We know we have a 30 amp overcurrent device in the illustration. We have number 10 conductors, and we have our total amps listed there for the unit. Now, step 1, we have number 10 wire, good for 30 amps. We know that it's going to give us a 30 amp rating. Step 2, we have 80% of 30 amps, that comes up with 24. So our 80% rule has been complied with because 24 amps is greater than the 26.3 that we have calculated in the quick calc. So number 10 wire with a 30 amp overcurrent device would be sufficient. And even if we applied, say, 240.4D as in dog, which would limit a number 10 conductor at 30 amps on a 30 amp overcurrent device if we did not apply the table 240.4G and size the overcurrent device greater than 125%. But in this case, we didn't have to do it because the unit, as you see, was provided with a soft start. And that's what you as a designer or installer has to make sure when you card and plug connect a unit that it is provided with a soft starting means to reduce any inrush characteristics that may occur except, overload or gram fault or a short circuit condition.